Welcome to BODYKIT Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we have something a little bit special for you. So what we have here is a 2016 MY17 Subaru Levorg with an STI kit and the B-Spec pack. Now that does come with a few added benefits and a slight little extra kick, but we will touch on that as we go through the car itself. But what we'll do is run through the condition of the exterior and show you some of the features inside the car itself. So starting off on the front end, you've got that signature Subaru look on the front with the top mounted scoop for the top mounted intercooler. Does give a really nice aggressive look to the front end of the car, and I must say the new shape does look quite nice. Very sleek, aggressive design. So on the front here we've got nice big Subaru badging in the middle surrounded with this nice chrome plating, and you've got the black gloss finish that ties in quite nicely with the black paintwork. Now, as I mentioned before, it does come with the STI kit, so it has this added lip at the bottom here that is a genuine STI part. On the side here you've got your fog light globes fitted at the bottom here with your indicator lamp as well. Now Subaru is pretty signature for their rally driving, so if you are planning on taking this for a bit of driving or up to the mountains, it does help to have the fog lights in there. Now up here, really nice aggressive sharp headlights with the daytime running lights coming around the headlight itself. Again, a very Subaru look, and you've got your projector globe in there that is going to provide that extra visibility in the nighttime and a real clear line as well. Below that you've also got your headlight washers mounted into the front bar. If you are taking this up to the snows for a bit of off-roading or whatever it might be, can keep your car nice and clean. Now on the side here, coming over to that first alloy, being the B-Spec pack with the STI kit, does come with the STI alloy on the side, which is an 18-inch alloy and a beautiful black design, and again ties in quite nicely with the black features of the car and looks very, very aggressive and quite sleek. Now the rim itself presents really well. There are very few minor gashes on the outside, but it is very superficial, nothing to be too concerned about, and you've got that STI badging right in the middle there. As you pan across the driver's side of the car presents really well. The paintwork is meticulous, and I must say, very small mark there, but it still presents really well on this side of the car. Now you've got your color matched side mirrors and door handles with this really nice carbon fiber look to the top of the door, top of the side mirror there. Again, adds to that whole sporty look of the car. You've also got your indicator lamp built into the side mirror, clears up the quarter panel here and makes the car look quite nice and sleek on the side. You've also got that added STI lip on the side of the car. Now if I open this up, taking a look in the driver's side of the car, got full leather seats for the front and the back, and the bolsters still present really well, and they still kind of maintain that traditional Recaro shape. They're not Recaro seats, but they still give a really nice comfortable comfortable position when you are sitting inside the car, and the bolsters itself still present really well. There's no damage to the leather itself and has been looked after really well by the previous owner. Carpet here is in very good condition. There's no tears or damage, and got the really nice Subaru scuff plate on the inner guard there, and the paintwork along the edge here still presents really well. Now on the door itself, where people can get a little bit lazy and kick the door open, very minimal wear, and the door card still presents really well. If you close this up, I will also note that the car does come with a sunroof on top, but we will touch on that as we go to the inside of the car. Now if you open up the back door, you can see how much space there is in the back of the car, and again, car's in very good condition. There's very minimal marks, but nothing to be too concerned about. It still presents really well, probably come out with a nice detail, but seats are still in very good condition. There's no tears or damage, and again the door cards still look really good on the inside. So closing this up, now one thing I will note is the car doesn't actually come, it does have a little bit of tint, but I do highly recommend you speak to us about the tint packages that we can tie in with some glass coat with you, because it is going to make the paintwork look really good, and it's going to make the whole black effect of the car stand out. Now coming over to the second alloy, again, beautiful STI design on the back with the multi-spoke black rim. The rim itself still presents really well and completely unmarked. Actually, there's no damage on the inside, just a bit of glue from the brand new tires we put on the back and the front of the car, and rim is in very good condition. You've also got this rear guard here, which again is all part of the STI pack, and it gives a whole aero look to the car and quite a sleek design by Subaru. You've also got your fuel filler cap on the driver's side of the car, so it makes it nice and easy to fill up when you are getting in and out of the car. As we come across to the back, you've got your high mounted vortex generator, again part of the STI pack, adds to that whole sporty look of the car and makes it look again really, really aggressive. Now on the back itself, you've got your Subaru badging in the middle there with your rear wiper blades and high mounted braking light. Again, just provides that extra visibility for the drivers on the road. You've also got nice rear bar here, nah, thought it was a little bit of a mark, but just a little bit of dirt. Again, you've got that rear STI diffuser at the bottom with the dual tip exhaust. Looks quite aggressive. If you do purchase this car, I do highly recommend you look into some titanium tip exhaust, because they're going to look really nice on the back of this and still present really well. Opening up the tailgate, looking inside the boot, as it is a wagon, plenty of space in the back here, and the actual carpeting on the inside still looks really good. There's no damage to the carpets itself. You've also got your genuine Levorg floor mats for the inside of the car. A little bit of storage on the sides of the car here if you are using this for a bit of traveling. And if I lift this up here, you've got space for your tools, and lifting this up, you've also got your spare wheel just mounted under there with your jack and tools, which again looks like it's been never been used, and you're on some really nice Yokohama tires. You've also got the cargo liner in the back here. It does provide that added privacy if you are storing stuff in the back of the car. And now, one nice little feature that Subarus have, it's quite a nifty little thing. You got a little button on the side of the car here, on each side actually, so if you are fitting anything in the back, if you do flick that little lever here, I'll show you, the back seats will actually drop down. So if I flick that, you can see it drops down nice and flat and provides that extra space in the back. And if you drop this, there is a seatbelt there, but it will drop nice and flat again. So, and you've got also mounting points for any car seats on the back of those seats. So close this up. Now, the paintwork on the back still presents really well, and as I mentioned before, please talk to us about our glass coat option, because it's going to make this black paintwork stand out really well and give you a lifetime warranty on the beautiful paintwork. There is a little bit of a scratch here, but again, nothing to be too concerned about. And coming over to that third alloy, great condition on the rim itself, no damage or wear or tear, very minimal scuffing at the top here, but we've done what we can to touch it up, but the rim still presents really well, and you got plenty of tread remaining on brand new tires actually we put on the back there as well. As you come across this side of the car, just a little bit of spider web. You've still got those aero plates that do come all around the car, and the nice carbon fiber detail on the side mirror. And coming over to that fourth and final alloy, again, generally the one that gets damaged the most is in very good condition. A little bit of glue on the inside there, but nothing to be too concerned about. Rim still presents really well and completely unmarked, and brand new tires. So got 4 very good rims, still presents really well. You got 4 brand new tires. The paintwork around the car still looks quite nice, and you've also got the aero kits that tie in quite nicely with the car and gives it a really nice sporty look, being the STI pack. So now what we're going to do is pop the hood and take a look inside. Alright, taking a look inside the heart of the beast, what we have here is Subaru's 4-cylinder 2-liter petrol motor. Now, as I mentioned before, it does come with the B-spec pack, so this motor itself produces 197 kilowatt, which is pretty much quite equivalent to the STI models of the earlier Subaru models. And you've also got your direct injector turbo motor with the top-mounted intercooler, and you've also got the STI strut brace that goes right across the back of the car there, so provides that extra stability, makes the car just a little bit more sporty, and you can see how well the engine bay itself presents. Now, this does have an 8-speed automatic gearbox, so that's going to make the rides quite nice and smooth and provide that extra power when you do need it. This car itself has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so lots of safety for all the passengers inside the car. As I mentioned before, the B-spec pack comes with a 197 kilowatt motor with 350 Newton meters of torque, so plenty of power and torque behind the car itself. It's a nice little sporty family car. Now, I do highly recommend you run this car on premium fuel, but it can run on 95, and it does have a 60-liter capacity fuel tank with a combined fuel consumption of about 8.7 liters per 100 kilometers and an average fuel distance of about 690 kilometers off a full tank, depending on how you drive. But I know you're not going to hit those marks with this kind of performance. Alright, now taking a look inside the Levorg, do have a really nice design on the inside that Subaru has actually gone for, and all the details and everything tying quite nicely with the car. And you've also got plenty of meters and a lot of information given to the driver when you are driving. But starting off from the driver's side door, you've got a really nice leather stitched armrest with a nice leather door card as well that does have a small detail with a really nice blue stitching that goes in all across the car, and again gives a really nice detail around the car and ties everything in quite nicely. You've also got all your power window controls just up here, and you've also got a window lock option to stop people from playing around with the windows, as well as your central locking if people, again, if you do have a lot of kids in the car, it is going to keep them nice and safe. Now, you got a little button here for your power mirrors, which you can tuck in if you are parking on the side of the road. You've also got your toggle above that just to adjust everything. Now, on the right hand side of the dash itself, most important button, you've got your stop start keyless entry button. As I mentioned, now it is a keyless entry car, so you can just leave this just in the middle here and foot on the brake to start the car. You've also got a little controller here to adjust the brightness of your cluster and all the screens inside the car, as well as your traction control or stability control button, and 2 presets for the seats. So if you've got 2 different people driving the car, you can set 2 different settings and they do flick through quite easily. Just next to that is your blind spot monitoring button, which you can turn on and off, which again is an added safety feature, but if you don't want it, you can turn it off from there. You've got your hood release just under there as well. And coming over to the actual steering wheel itself, you've got a really nice leather stitched steering wheel, quite a nice sporty look, and again, nice easy grips on the actual leather, and it is quite a nice design and very comfortable to actually hold. Really nice Subaru badging in the middle there, so you do know you are driving a Subaru. You've also got all your cruise control settings on the top here with your adaptive cruise control option, as well as your SI drive. Now that is going to allow you to flick through a different delivery of power. So you've got your SI and your I option and your S option, which is pretty much your sports and your standard, and you've got your SI plus, which is going to give you that little bit of extra torque at the start, and actually plenty of power on the early end if you do plan on racing the car, or if you're going uphill or towing something. Do highly recommend you try that option out. On the left hand side, you've also got all your media controls for your source, for your head unit, and the different options to flick through it, as well as your call and reject control. You've also got little toggle here that is going to flick through the little screen in the middle there, which is going to display a little bit of information like driving time, speed, and your power delivery display. You've also got 2 little paddles at the back here for your sports shift, so you can flick through the gears using these paddles or the gear shifter itself, but you obviously don't want to take your hand off the gear, off the steering wheel when you are driving, so it's a really nice addition by Subaru. Now on the right hand stock, you've got your left and right indicator, as well as your fog light controls and your automatic headlights. So you've got dusk sensing headlights in this car. You can just leave it in auto and the car's going to decide everything for you. On the left hand side are all your wipers and washers for your front and rear, with your front being your standard automatic wipers and washers. So again, you've got rain sensing. So smart little car, it's going to do everything for you. All you need to do is drive it. Now coming over to the center console, I've got again another display at the top here, which is, you've got the one on the left, which is going to give you an AC display, so whatever settings you have there is displayed on the left, and on the right hand side is a little screen that kind of works like a boost gauge or a meter that's going to give you a bit of indication. So you've got your fuel consumption, power output, your displacement on your tires. You've got your mileage, as I mentioned before, and a gauge that is going to give you your boost and torque if you are planning on racing the car. If you press the button itself, it is going to give you the camera on the left hand side of the car. So if you are parking next to a curb or something, you do have that added benefit to prevent any damage to your car itself. So again, plenty of attention to detail by Subaru. You've got your hazard signal right in the middle there, nice and clear in case you do get stuck. And coming down to the entertainment system, got a really nice entertainment system in the middle. It is a touchscreen unit, but you do have your controls on the side. It does also come with inbuilt navigation, so as you can see, we are at 20 to 32 Kangan Drive, so come check us out if you've got some time. You've got your home, which has all your audio controls, your apps for your mobile connection, and maps, Bluetooth connectivity for your mobile phone. So everything is displayed quite nice and easily in there, and quite easy to access. Below that, you've got your dual climate control for your driver and passenger. You've also got your demisters and your fan speed in the middle there. Coming below that, a bit of additional storage with the nice little grip at the bottom, stop things from sliding around. You've also got auxiliary input and 2 USB inputs for charging your phone, or from the connectivity for your head unit. You've also got a 12-volt socket. Now, there's no cigarette lighter, again, as we don't encourage people to smoke in the cars, but you do have a 12-volt socket if you do plan on charging any additional devices. Behind that, you've got your really nice leather stitched gear shifter with the STI decal right in the middle there. Again, nice little addition by Subaru, and again, it does look quite nice and ties in quite nicely with the rest of the car. If I bring it down to reverse, you can see the really nice reverse camera that is mounted on the boot, and on the top display you've got the camera on the left hand side that is going to give you a bit of information if you are parking close to a curb. Now if I bring it down to drive, as I mentioned before, it does have your sports shift, so I can flick this to the left and actually use the paddles on the side here to flick to the gears, or you can just flick it across to drive and the car's just going to pretty much do everything for you. But this is definitely a more fun option. So make sure you try that out when you do come to test drive the car. Behind that, you've got your downhill descent for your cruise control or your uphill climb. You've also got your electric park brake and two little cup holders, which you can actually take out this. No, I apologize, you can't actually take that out. And you've also got a nice little shade that is going to tuck it away nice and neatly. You've also got your heated seats for your driver and passenger with the high temperature and a low temperature, but they are both heated. And again, a little bit of added storage if you wanted to keep anything else in there. Behind that, really nice leather stitched center console armrest, which you can slide out again and use it. It's very comfortable and nice and easy to use. And if I just lift that up, you can see you've got plenty of storage in there with two USB ports and another 12-volt socket for any additional charging that you might be doing. You've also got a few little slots in there, maybe for business cards if you are using this for that. And if I just drop this down, and you can see just at the back here, you've also got more USB charging ports for the passengers in the back seat, and also nice design by Subaru. So I'll get the camera person to actually pan around the interior to show you the condition of the car itself. And the car passenger seat presents really well. Carpets are quite nice. The dash is in very neat condition. And if I get him to pan up a little bit, you've got two little safety features just on the top here. So you've got your lane departure warning, which you can turn on and off from there, and you've also got your forward collision mitigation, which is an added safety feature, which we'll be happy to go into more detail with you when you do come in if you are not quite sure what these are. Now this car, as I mentioned before, does come with a sunroof. So by pressing this button here and holding it, it is a nice automatic sunroof that is going to open up for you, and you can also close it just with the flick of a button, as well as tilt it if you just wanted to allow for a bit more airflow through the car. You can close it up quite nice and easily from here, and this is just a standard shade. So again, the roof lining still presents really well. Seats are in very good condition, and again, actually one thing I do recommend you speak to us about is what we call our lifestyle pack, because again, it's going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful leather that is on the inside of the car. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain it. And again, we can package that in with the glass coat and tint for you and make a nice neat bundle. If you do plan on keeping this car for a long time, it is going to have a lot of add a lot of value to the car itself and help with resale down in the future. But again, we'll be happy to go into more detail of this product with you when you do come in. But now what we'll do is just jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video of this 2016 MY17 Subaru Levorg with an STI kit and the B-Spec pack. Now, I hope this gave you a good representation as to the condition of the exterior of the car and the interior, as well as some of the features that does come with this model with the additional B-Spec addition to the car itself, which is going to give that little bit of extra power and extra kick if you do plan on keeping this car for a long time. I do highly recommend you speak to us about our premium mechanical protection plan, because what that is going to offer is 5 years additional protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car, and does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance. Again, it's going to give you that added extra security if you do get stuck in a situation that we're going to be here to look after you. As I mentioned before, please do take advantage of the lifestyle packers. That's going to give you a lifetime warranty on the beautiful leather on the inside, as well as the exterior protection on the paintwork. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean your car, and it's going to give it a really nice brand new look for as long as you own this car. Now, these are at an additional cost. However, if you are using our in-house finance, I'd love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will affect your repayments. And lastly, but most importantly, please check out our Google reviews. With over 1,000 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance that you are dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. As I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions in regards to the car or wanted to test drive it, I actually wanted to purchase it before you come in, which 50% of our customers actually do, you can do that. Now, the number to dial for that is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.